Hi, welcome to the channel. We are back with our Rusty Daggers show. We're not at full strength today. We're not even at partial strength today because we've got some technical issues as well going on. But we are back. We've been gone for such a long time. I know we've had construction for the last couple of weeks for the studio. We've still got stuff going on. Possibly today. We had workers come in just after the show yesterday, and they were working just outside the door because it was raining outside. So of course, do all the sawing and everything inside the house instead. Yay, that was great. But at least it was off show. We got through one show. We're trying to get through this one as well. We're waiting on possibly a cast member to also turn up, which may or may not happen. Could be something going on we haven't heard yet. But we are here and it's great, and it's September, so don't forget you can subscribe for half price. Tier 1 subs, it's half price, so do what you want to do. If you can support the channel, that'd be amazing. Please, it's just as amazing, everything that we can support. And we're trying to unlock a new sub emote badge for if we can get to enough subs, because that'd be awesome, pretty much. Also, just part of September, if you want to buy some bits, you can use that to donate to the show, which we'll talk about in a moment. They're going to be discounted because of Subway, because Subway have teamed up with Twitch, because that's a thing. So, yeah. Let's get to our cast members and let's... there we go. Hi!
Hello.
Hello.
Wait, Peach, we haven't heard you. No.
Hello?
Okay, we haven't heard you because you just dropped out of Roll20 as well. Peach
Shit.
is here. This may be a very short show because we can't really run with two.
Maximum shid.
Can't run with two, so it's maybe a short show. We'll try. Emmy did say that she will be here today, but she isn't here, obviously, so maybe Emmy turns up. Who knows? It is early morning because she's also from Australia, so she may be sleeping in, because I know she was DMing last night for the Gathering of Nerds group. Not trying to kill off her friends in the one-shots that they do. And I will point this out, that they had a blonde-haired, balding character with a comb over to hide, and he was a failed businessman who apparently a silent spell could not shut up this person and could not stop this person's opinions, and kept on wanting to build walls everywhere. I don't know.
Okay.
Now you got the joke.
So you
yes.
made that joke, but there is a new Bard Unearthed Arcana, and one of the abilities is literally you confound your enemies with facts and logic, and just talk to them super fast, and they just get confused and take psychic damage. So
That's
it's
awesome.
monsters
cool.
destroyed by facts and logic.
But that's actual facts and logic, not made up facts and logic. There's a
Well,
difference.
I mean,
Which
the
came
reference
first, the
is
chicken or
not.
the egg?
Anyway, hopefully Peach is here. We'll do our introductions. Hopefully we can get to Peach, and hopefully
I'm not
she's
hearing anything, which is concerning.
turned back
did
up
just
in
come
Roll20
back.
though.
On Discord
Okay.
and Roll20, so
Fingers crossed. Maybe she's gone to search for
hopefully
Amy.
so is here.
Yep. So Marco, would you like to do your intro?
Hello. I'm Marco, aka Sky Blue Shinx, and I play Kip the Kobold Wizard / Fighter. And it's been a long time, so let's try and get back in the groove of it.
Yep.
Hopefully we have a game.
Yep.
I've
Hopefully.
been kind of craving it.
After everything
Yeah.
that's gone on, after finally finishing your uni studies,
Finally finishing my dissertation.
dissertation. Does that mean everything's finished?
Yes, everything.
Okay.
Just waiting on results now.
Nice.
Okay, because dissertation's something we don't do in Australia, so it's a foreign thing, but yeah.
It's like this big research project.
Yeah. I kind of thought, yeah, thesis and PhD thesis, yeah. Nia, welcome back.
Hello, I'm Near. I was not here yesterday, obviously, because migraines, so I wasn't here for Children of the Marsh. But I am near. I play our half elf druid, I think, which something. She's something. It's been a while. I play Mava. I don't really have anything else to say because I'm so tired and my brain's not working. So yeah,
Boy.
let's hope that this goes well.
I think we're both tired because having handed in my dissertation on Monday, I'm still recovering from 30 hours awake straight, panicked,
Oh,
rushing,
God.
typing my
can't
final
imagine
report.
that.
So I
And
think
spell
I'm
checking.
also and spell
I'm on like
checking.
my 5th day of work in a row. I work tomorrow as well, and I've had to stay late both days. So I'm just like, I'm a little out of it, guys. I've had to like rush around to do things, and I don't know what I'm doing anymore.
13,000 words, 46 pages of
Dear
misery.
Lord, I can't imagine that.
I'm
That's
sure
tough.
you didn't type all those 14,000 in that 36 hours though, or 30
No,
hours.
God, oh God, no, oh God, no.
If he didn't do that, I'd be like, well, good luck.
If I could actually do math, I could probably work out how many words per minute that would be, just to see how your typing speed was. But
The
Peach,
problem is my benchmark was 10,000, and then I got to 10,000. I was like, I'm nowhere near done. I'm nowhere near done, and I'm running out of time. Shit.
Oh, I think there's a
Hi.
Hi.
hello.
Am I working?
No,
Yes.
totally
I can
not.
hear you.
Okay.
Would you like-
I'm Peach. I'm having internet issues right now, so sorry about that. I play So, the Tiefling Rogue, and I'm also tired because I've been mini-momming. Just had baby 13 in the sibling count, so
Yes, that.
all
So,
hype.
so is it a softball team that we're working on, or is it a like what's the sports team that you can field with that amount?
We're actually going for small country.
Okay, so sovereign citizen, cool. Just
Either
remember
that or band. Whichever comes
either that or
a band.
oh yes,
A band.
the
Like a
big
marching
band, marching band or big band maybe.
A jazz fusion band.
Ooh, that's just totally cool. So my name's Karsh the Goblin. We haven't had some stuff going on for a while, but we should be back. May have some construction today. If it does start up, I've got a way around some of the noise, except for jackhammers, but I don't think they're going to be here today. We're way too behind to have the second stage come out. So the sound you can hear in the background is from Syrinscape. It's an amazing online offline tool for your role playing. It's just really, really great. In the other shows that we do, we are actually using custom sound sets for each show. This one doesn't have a custom sound set, but we're mixing and matching between bits and pieces all over the place. So throughout the show, if you see me looking up here, it's mainly because I'm just searching for the next sound or whatnot. So highly recommended. Check them out. They're doing new stuff all the time. There's new stuff coming out for Ghost of the Saltmarsh, and there's new stuff that was just released this week for Ghost of the Saltmarsh, which we used yesterday. And it's all really, really good quality and great. And I'm loving it. Absolutely loving it. And of course, they are also releasing stuff for, well, they've said that they're going to be releasing stuff for Baldur's Gate. So that's also going to be a thing. Haven't heard it yet.
I want to DM that.
Yes.
I want to DM that.
I haven't read it. I haven't bought it. But I can't DM more than 3 shows a week. This is already exhausting for me.
So it's time for us to like do like an off day where we just go, hey, Karsh gets to sit back and play with us. Marco, you get a DM for the day.
Oh yeah.
I get to play.
It's like trying to sort out. I can't do, say, because UK time, I can't do more than 2 late nights a week, so we need to figure that out.
Oh no,
But-
it'd be like, hey, everyone in this show, you get to play in this game to this week, and then next week we'll go back to the normal.
Maybe, yeah.
Oh, so we do it alternating.
I've actually done that. I've done that where I've alternated it with the same day with the group.
Ooh, I get to play. Yay. No, anyway. So that's going on. You can also donate to the channel and help out the players. If you donate every dollar or every 100 bits that you donate, you do a hashtag with the character or cast member's name, and that'll give the cast member a D4, D6, D8, D10 or D12. Essentially per dollar, per 100 bits, it goes up each rank. And there's only one active at a time, so if you donate to somebody else, then the first person loses it. And essentially, the players have to either use it or risk losing it and have it given to someone else. But of course, it also gets higher and higher in value if you don't use it. The catch is if you leave it too long, you get to a D12, and after the D12, it comes to me no matter what, which is what happened yesterday in the Children of the Marsh. And I still haven't gotten a D20 to use because every time I went to use it, the monsters already had advantage anyway, and there's no use rolling 3 D20s instead of 2. So that's a thing. And just don't forget to say who the person is. Otherwise, we end up just pretty much doing randomly. You can check out all our stuff on YouTube. We've got also goblincave.tv, which is our own little interface, our new website. You can watch the show through that. You can watch chat and everything else. Have a look at our artwork. Have a look at the merch store, because that's a thing. It looks awesome.
I had not heard of this.
You haven't heard of our Goblin Cave TV?
No.
No? Oh my god. It actually kind of happened...
I'm looking at it now.
It kind of happened in between or right after like the last episode, and then we had the construction, so it's like it gave me something to do in the meantime. So it's really cool, and as I said, it's got a link to the merch store, which we have backpacks, shirts and stickers and mugs, and the artwork for the Rusty Daggers show is done by Peach. So, yeah. And it's the original cast, season 1 design. Because if I asked for a season 2 design from Peach, I think I'd probably get in about 2 years' time, maybe.
It's
Hello,
okay.
Peach.
We love
Working
Peach.
on it.
Okay, you're there.
Depression and ADHD are a bit.
Because we're still waiting on the design for the Blades of Waterdeep. Again, commissioned in December last year.
Not officially. I didn't take it officially. I want to argue that one.
Yes, that's right. On the very last session, you said, "Oh, did you want me to do a design for this?" Like, yes.
So is season 2 of Rusty Daggers gonna have Thurvane, and then eventually she's gonna do a third one with Mava and Meg in there?
Well, actually,
I'll eventually do those two.
Probably what I'd ask for is maybe just all the new cast and not the previous designs, because we've got Thurvane, we've got possibly Vi, and Meg and Mava. So you've got like a whole new, a whole new group there. Although some have already left, but I think having a whole design of that as the season 2, even though yes, Kip's still here. Yes, So is still here, and Kadan will be returning. But yeah, that was what I was thinking anyway. But yeah, that's the thing. And
We'll just try everyone. Put everyone on there.
yeah. So let's do a recap.
Oh boy.
So one of the things as well is because it's been such a long time and we've gone through a lot of stuff of late, everyone has inspiration.
Good.
Because, well, yeah, I haven't been giving it out as much recently, because I don't generally give it out for combat, but for the role playing. But there's been so much role playing as well, so everyone's got inspiration. So it's already on the overlays. So the dice above each character, each person's screen essentially is to show the inspiration that they've got. So the recap of what's happened. The fourth battle with the fire cult ended with the third retreat of the fire cult, from the fire cult, with Kadan, Meg, and Kip almost dying. We've got a vision.
Oh, there's a
with-
face.
With Kadan, Meg, and Kip almost dying, an elemental was involved. Another wall of fire was involved. The same mage or wizard was involved. Now he wasn't killed in a single round without any actions, but he was resurrected and does much better when he was able to cast. And something called razor blasts, very skilled fighters which seem to explode when you finally take them down, and they seem to want to be taken down, to explode, to be brought closer to their god in their dedication. So we sketched the travel home, and that night Kadan was jovial and was drinking and kind of celebrating, like getting out of there alive. Yet in the morning you found that he'd left a note. The note was quite sad. I'm not going to go through it because check out the previous episode, the previous VOD about it. But it just indicated that Kadan was leaving. He has left his silver dagger with the note. He also left his necklace, his magical necklace, and he also mentioned that he was keeping Fart, the drift globe.
Yeah.
So, and that's kind of where we left in the morning. Was that bombshell had just happened. Meg excuses himself and says, I'm going to just get some breakfast and see if we can... Food's always better, and helps cheer everybody up. And she heads downstairs. And we open the scene in the Swinging Sword Inn, which is essentially barren at this stage and empty.
What did Kadan leave? He left the ring.
I left the Ring of Fire Resistance. He left his necklace, which had very strong magical properties, but no one really knew what it did.
He left with my trust.
Oh my god! Ow!
Ouch!
Oh, that's ouch.
And he left the silver dagger. Oh, he also left his soap.
Oh yeah, that's right. He did leave us a lot of soap. He
Can
cares. I remember because I posted a message there saying he cares about our personal hygiene, guys. He left his soap for us.
Yeah.
I'll look at the ring and I'll say, well, this. I think Meg should have this. God damn it. We need him more than ever. Why did he have to go now?
I mean, he left a letter. That's a lot
Maybe
more than what we're used to. Somebody leaves.
Yeah, I suppose.
Maybe he'll be back.
Maybe. Hopefully.
I hope.
He left
You know, we're still waiting for Ward to come back wherever he went to. So, Thurvane went.
Is there
God.
something wrong with that?
With who? Us? This whole there's something wrong with this entire valley. It's rotten to its core. No wonder it drives people away.
It seems like he wants to maybe go and search for something? Get better to help us?
He left his dagger,
I don't
his
like.
silver dagger.
I
His
don't
name
know
was
that.
Jonathan.
Yeah.
Jonathan
even tell
Kadan.
I mean,
That's an interesting name. I mean, I thought his name was Kadan. I just assumed.
well, that's his.
Maybe that
That's
makes
his,
me an us.
That's his family name. It looks like.
He had a wife? Mera. Oh, that's very close to my name.
God, we were so alike, and he never even told me. Never.
He didn't talk about himself.
I don't blame him.
I knew he
I
was
mean,
upset.
I lost the woman I loved only after knowing her for, about a year. If she married to someone, can't imagine.
You were almost married?
No, I wasn't married, but that would have never worked. And it was a very one-sided thing, but
Was she human, elven,
Elven.
kobold like
Kip-
you? Oh. Oh.
yeah, no. Can you
Uh,
imagine that? A kobold in love with an elf. Ridiculous. So no, it was never going to work. But still.
I don't know. There's different couples out there for everyone.
Well, when
You
you
should have
see
seen my
any, let
mother.
me know. When you see anyone that humans and elves, maybe, but no one like me.
Looks at herself like humans and elves. Slightly pointed ears, half elf over here.
Yeah, I yes.
No worries. I don't really know my parents anyway, so.
So I was gonna just sort of grab some soap and walk away. Exit the chamber.
Is she going to clean herself? She grabbed the soap. I guess I'm assuming she's gonna go take a bath, maybe. Maybe?
She's taking the soap and she's leaving out of the inn. She's heading to Robolt's tree.
Oh. I might have to add on to Robolt's tree now. God damn it. A memorial Kadan. God, I don't know. Maybe it's just kind of like I feel bad, but I also again don't know him very well. I just feel bad.
Yeah.
Uh,
I don't know. I'm still worried. I'm still worried about these people here. I don't think they're safe. I think we've pissed off these people too much.
I think so. I think we really shouldn't have gone last time. It might have been better for us to have gone somewhere else. I think the fire cult might be mad now. And they know where we're going each time, so...
Well, they said, remember? They said when Kadan spoke with the body that they were going to attack Redlark. Is that another thing that happened?
No, you misinterpreted quite a bit that situation where when you asked them, like, you pretended to be a soldier, like you pretended to be one of the fire cultists, and you asked them, do you have any orders for me? And he ordered the person who he thought was his underling to make sure, like, to tell everyone to attack the freaking everybody, burn it all down.
We didn't. Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. It's been a long time. I don't remember.
Yeah, but no, it was also misinterpreted at the time.
I wasn't also there for that, so I don't even know what happened.
No.
I'm like, wait, we were told by a dead body to attack somebody? What?
No, we killed an ambush. One of the leaders we cast Speak with Dead on, disguised as a fire cultist, and that's what he said.
Yeah. So he ordered the person which he thought was one of his underlings, but was I think so in disguise, to burn them all down. Yes, burn the towns. Yeah.
Okay.
and then you sent away pretty much all the staff from the tavern, including the tavern owner.
Oh, that's right. We
Yeah.
don't have anyone running our tavern, guys. We're here.
Well,
alone.
And I think you gave her a job to find something. Did you give her any
Yes.
money for that job?
I did.
Yeah.
Yes, I gave her 5. I gave her 50 platinum.
Yeah. And sent her to Waterdeep to do something.
Headband of intellect.
Yeah.
Possible.
Search for a headband of intellect. And then I think she was just kind of there to like be there.
Yeah. So at the tail of this conversation, Meg comes, like, you hear Meg from downstairs, and you're a few stories up, because, like, I think you're the top story, and the place is absolutely empty because you've sent everyone away. So you just hear, excuse me, everybody, should this be doing this? Everyone,
What's going on?
come downstairs, please.
What?
Running
What be-
downstairs to
what?
go check.
And she's at the base of the stairs, and she takes as many as you can by hand and draws you to what seems to be an office. You've never actually been in here, because, well, you've never owned the tavern, and there's what looks to be a tablet, like a stone thing on top of the desk, and it's got crystals over it, and there's scratch marks underneath each crystal of town names, but one of the crystals is flashing.
What is that? What is that?
I don't know. I walked past the door and I could see light coming from underneath the door.
What?
Um,
Can I cast? I'm going to start ritual casting detect magic. No, identify.
Okay. Underneath the name of this crystal is Westbridge,
Westbridge.
one of the towns in the area, to the north actually.
What you said it was a certain color?
It's just a crystal. It's just like a whitish colored, like opaque crystal, which is just flashing white, like a little bit of white light, in a pulsing almost.
does it want us to go there? I guess. Looks like a place. We could probably travel there.
Maybe Westbridge. Let me check the map that I have because I have proficiency in cartography's kit.
Can I see the map, please?
Westbridge. That's north past the Somber Hills. That's the next town up.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me finish casting identify.
Yep.
And basically I'll click it.
Yep.
Also, have we had a rest by this point?
Yes, you had a rest overnight, so yes, you can have your
cool.
health back. You're not on 4 health anymore.
Thank you, and spell slots.
Oh yeah, that's helpful too, because that would have been low.
Yeah, it was on 0.
I think everyone was out of everything from that battle.
Oh yeah, I probably should do that. I forgot.
And when I say battle, I don't mean fight. I mean it was a battle.
Yeah.
So if you haven't seen it,
Those-
go check the VODs on. So yeah, the rest. That seems like a communication device, and you're getting. So as you're inspecting, as you're identifying, it's a communication device. It seems to be linked to other communication devices in the area, and each crystal seems to be attuned to another crystal in a different location, and you can feel directions that the locations are, and with your cartography and your essentially your skill in map making and whatnot, they seem to align up with the directions of where there's one in Westbridge, Belliard, the Barge Ride Inn, Wormford, and Tribor, Yaratar, I think that's everything. Yeah. Also, and Golden Fields.
Oh wow, I've never seen anything like this. It feels like it's some sort of communication thing. I'm gonna sort of just lift up the crystal. It's like a board.
It's actually it's like a stone. The self it's a stone about this big. And there's crystals on it, and that they seem to be inserted in. But
And is it affixed to the floor?
No, it's sitting on the desk.
Oh,
Okay.
Not on
I'll
the main
pick it-
desk, but a side desk.
Okay, and I'll pick it up and just go, "Hello," kind of like extending my thoughts and like trying to like connect with it because I felt like an essence of communication. Hello.
You
I'll
don't
tap the crystal.
you don't think that's a way of working it. I think it's more of a case of if you do certain things with with the crystal, it will then flash to the other one that links to it.
Oh, okay.
So it's not vocal communication. It's more of a if you turn the crystal a certain way, or if you put if the base.
It's
Yeah.
Morse code. It's like do blink it so many times and things like that.
But it's not alternating.
Yeah,
It's just a pulse.
Mm-hmm.
There's no change.
Right.
It's just a pulse. Like it's less blinking. It's actually more of that in out.
That
in,
like
out.
pulsating. Yeah.
And the other ones are dormant.
Kip, do you know what
Yeah.
that is? Or should we do
I
something?
guess it means something's happening in Westbridge.
Should we get going and maybe check it out?
I don't know. I don't know if they're being attacked. Then, well, first of all, we don't think we could even get there in time. Second of all, they'd probably be coming for us down here next.
Should we maybe
If they
tell
were
people to get alert?
If that person was saying we're going to we tell them to attack, how do we know they weren't already planning for that, and that order was just to do it immediately instead of attacking someone else first?
Maybe we should go and tell the town, tell them to be on the watch while we go check
Yeah.
Westbridge.
In fact, I'm gonna go to let's see if anyone else knows about this. Like the sheriff, what was his name? Bringing up.
It's actually been such a long time.
Bringing up the thing. I did make a note of it.
Should I go get
Constable
So?
Herbuck. Constable Herbuck.
Herbert, yeah.
See if we can find him and query about this weird device.
Okay. Should we go get So and bring her with us?
Yeah, I think so.
Alrighty. I think she left towards out back
I think she went
where
to
the
Robot
tree is.
Street. Yeah,
Yeah.
Robot Street.
Yep. As you head to go back to, you actually see the constable walking in the back door into the tap room.
Maybe you could get So.
Which is a unique thing. He's never really been here. And the place is empty. So there's only one reason for him to be here.
Sir, Constable, I assume you know what this means, and I'll hold up the flashing crystal device.
He looks at it quizzically. It's like, no? Should I know that?
I guess not. Well, first of all, can I insight check that?
Yeah, you can insight it, but he seems genuinely confused. Without having to do a roll, he seems genuinely confused.
Okay.
It's like, I assume you know what this is like. No?
No? Okay. I mean, do you have... I think there might be something going on in Westbridge. Do you know... I mean, you don't come in here often. Do you have any news for us?
I do. And you probably want to gather the group, and you probably want to sit down and have some drinks.
Okay. Right. Well, I mean, I've sent Maeva and Meg off to get Sir, so they'll be back in just a sec.
And he goes to the bar which is not attended and just starts pouring drinks, stiff drinks at that.
And meanwhile, while he's doing that, I'm going to put on the necklace that Kadan left.
As you try to attach the necklace at the back, it slips off.
Why is that? I'll try again.
And again, it slips off.
Is it still attuned to Kadon and it won't let anyone else attune to it?
I'll put it down and start casting Identify as a ritual.
Okay. So, as you cast the Identify, you see the constable not just pouring drinks for everybody, he's actually taken, like, pour for everybody, drink for himself, and then, like, he's taken a couple drinks before he's even finished pouring for everybody.
Well, that's not good.
Yeah. And so let's move to the scene outside the back of the tavern, up on a hill. This little promontory that overlooks the one of the quarries of the town. It's a nice little glade. Peach, what's happening up there?
So it was sitting crisscrossed in front of the tree, just sort of playing with the soap in her hands and having a conversation with it. Not really an actual conversation, so much as just catching him up on what was happening. He left a note and everything, and his name is Jonathan. You know, I should have expected. Kadan is kind of too cool of a name for Kadan. Jonathan is very him, you know? It's very him. But he was married, you know. Left us soap. That's very him, you know? Just sort of just conversating with him.
Yep. And near you approach, you can see what's going on.
Do you need a minute? If so, I can come back in a few.
Oh, no, Maya, I'm fine. I'm fine. I just, I don't know, this is a thing people do, right? They just sort of talk to, I guess it's not really a grave, but, you know.
No, I understand. I grew up myself in a forest by myself with my mother. Not many people to talk to, so talk to animals, talk to the forest. It's kind of a normal for me.
I also grew up without a lot of people to talk to. That's where I got, used to talk to my dolls a lot. There was Pepsi Leftbeard, there was Jane Eyre, Leia Silversteed. They used to go on so many adventures when I couldn't. It was all imaginary, though. And I'm going to take the soap and I'm going to place it in between like a little crook of the branches.
We may be getting our goblin. She overslept.
Oh,
Ooh, yay!
I almost typed yay in there to say she overslept. Yay, you overslept. And I was like, wait, no worries.
We're getting our goblin! The most important goblin. Gonna put a soap in the nook of the branches. Am I needed?
Yes, actually, I don't know what to call him. Sheriff, constable. He showed up at the tavern, so.
Cobbler. All right, let's go. Yeah.
Sounds good. And well, she like sees the soap. Maybe I was just gonna go press a hand against like the tree, and just have like vines wrap around it to hold it in place.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
So we're gonna have hopefully Emmy jump in. So we're gonna have a little bit of disruption when that happens. But the scene of the tavern as you return is Constable Holbrook sitting at or standing behind the bar with the drinks poured out in a line, and as you come back in, he offers you the drinks, and you know that they're not from the bottom shelf. They're from the top shelf. They're the heart of the liquor. They're the quality. They're the quality drinks. They're roll bold style drinks. Nice, strong, and you also notice that he already has been drinking some of them. And Kip, for your identifier, the necklace is a Pariept of Constitution. Is that what it's called? Pariept of Health, I believe.
Okay.
But it can only be worn by a good or lawfully good character.
I changed. Oh no. Okay.
No.
Yeah. I'm thinking something else.
No,
Okay.
Oh,
Damn.
I am far off from that one because I am true
could-
neutral.
Really use the extra constitution as the party's only tank at the moment.
Yeah. Hands up, who's good in this party? Wait, no.
So is
No.
not legally good, but she is morally good.
No. What's
I'm
it written?
going to
What is written on So's character sheet for alignment?
Question mark, question mark, question mark.
Evil. Question mark, question mark, question mark. Is what is.
I wrote that like way in the beginning. I have to change that.
Yeah, she's gone
There's no-
more that direction when she's embraced her inner monster.
I think
Just with
slowly
Emily.
Maeve is going towards neutral good, but right now she's true neutral, so
I
I'm
was
keeping her
act-
true neutral.
I was actually considering, like, given Kip's like sudden desire to be heroic, should he move to good or not? I think we'll keep it neutral for now.
Yeah. Yeah.
I haven't changed So's alignment since the beginning of the campaign because I was
Are
like,
you?
I don't know how I'm gonna play her.
I'm guessing you're chaotic neutral then, over there.
Me.
Chaotic sum.
Neutral
I'm
chaotic.
guessing both of you.
So So's got written neutral chaotic, question mark, evil, question mark. So none of that is good.
I'm
He's
lawful
trying.
neutral. I'm lawful neutral.
So it's close, but it's that's
Do you
why
have to be? Do you have to be lawful good, particularly, or do you have to be just some form of good?
the writing was that a lawful good character will be chosen to be given this. If no lawful good character, a goodly aligned character, or switch
Okay.
or give it to a goodly aligned character.
Oh, but does that mean
Problem
only a
is-
good character can tune it, or it's just given to a good character?
I've done it as only a goodly character can attune it, as in the
Okay.
clasp will actually work. Otherwise, there's no
Okay.
clasp.
I think Meg is good, so we might be lucky. Is Meg not good? Oh god.
Everyone's neutral.
The
Everyone
one
is
time I
neutral.
decided to not be
To
a
be
neutral
fair-
good character.
In context of the characters, they're not really good people, but they're just not assholes.
Yeah. We're not assholes who are going out to kill everyone. We just also aren't gonna be like, hey, we're gonna go and uphold laws and be perfectly happy citizens of every day.
Damaged characters, but
Definitely a
interesting
party
characters.
works on.
So yeah, it will give you 19 Constitution, no matter what your Constitution is.
I could really use that.
If your Constitution is higher than 19, it'll bring it down to 19. If your Constitution is below, it'll bring it up, and with all the benefits of that.
Okay.
So you essentially get temporary hit points when you have that permanently.
What do I need to do to change my alignment?
Work hard.
I mean, it would be bad.
I've been doing to be fair, I've been doing the heroic
I know.
stint, and I nearly sacrificed myself to save everyone else last session. So
I mean, I won't lie. It won't really help me much because I'm 1 point away when we get our next upgrade to just putting mine at 18. So it's not going to be useful for me.
Yeah.
mine's I would get
Low.
extra. I would get an extra +2.
That said, if Broadway is going to join us with Vi, Vi's a goodly character,
Oh, there we go.
but
Good,
We
need
handed off
some-
to the new person.
has Constitution higher than 19.
Oh,
Should we take
I
a
was-
small break to
I'm very
Emmy
good.
in?
Yep, Emmy. Emmy, if she wants to jump in, we can quickly just move that across. We're a lot quicker in doing that these days. A lot quicker than what it used to be. So that's why I said just jump in when you can. So yeah. So that's what the periapt is. It's I think it's called a periapt of health. That could be what it used to be called. Could be a different name.
I
but
think
that's
it's
what
called Amulet of Health now.
Amulet of Health. Okay.
It did used to be a periapt at one point, I think in like 3.5 or something, but
And therefore in second, which is what I would remember it from.
Yeah.
But that's what it does. So once everyone arrives, once everyone's in, the constable offers everyone drinks. Do people accept?
Last time we were poisoned, so I'm kind of hesitant.
He's drinking from the bottle himself.
Every time we go drinking,
In
something
that
goes
case-
wrong.
in that case, yes, I'll take it.
Yes. As in,
I'll
he's
take one.
actually got another bottle and he's starting to drink from that as well, as drinking from the bottle that he's served from everybody else.
Whoa, you're definitely dipping into our supplies.
Yeah.
Not that we won't share. Is everything okay?
I've got some hard decisions to make, but I've also got some bad news. Firstly, we've concluded most of our investigation. Well, you recently saw what we've been investigating underground.
Yeah.
You saw. You said you hinted that there's other things going on. Hello, welcome in, Emmy.
Hey,
Well,
I'm so sorry.
it's fine.
That's okay.
It's fine.
I was watching it last night and it was a good show, but yeah, sleeping in does happen.
Don't worry.
And the overlay is not that badly adjustable. Done. Done. All good. Cool. All that you've missed is the fact that Meg found a flashing light on a magical device in the office, and it's a communication device, possibly indicating that there's something going on in the town to the north. And they went to ask the constable what that is, and the constable is actually pretty much in the tap room drinking and pouring drinks for everybody else because he's got bad news. So that's the entire wrap up so far. So welcome in.
Oh, and so put some soap from Kadan on Robold's tree.
Lovely.
Oh, and we found out that the amulet of health that Kadan has been wearing can only be worn by goodly characters, of which none of you are.
Yep.
Everyone's neutral.
We're neutral assholes.
Yeah.
I am a
correct.
true neutral asshole.
So that's a quick wrap up. Welcome. Let's go.
I don't think I remember lawful neutral. Okay.
Yeah. I checked. So the constable's there. He's pouring out drinks. Is anyone? And they're top shelf drinks. They're top shelf spirits. Is anyone imbibing?
I'm gonna hold mine. Drink it until I get my news.
Yeah, it's first
Yeah,
thing in the morning too.
Maybe I was gonna just hold it, just kind of be like, yeah, maybe, but probably not.
Yeah.
Sets it down.
So the council says we've concluded most of our investigation about the whatever that was underneath the town.
weird
And,
sinkhole thing?
Yes, from the sinkhole, whatever that was linked to. It seems to be a temple, had magic involved, and we've finished our, well, we've done quite a bit of interrogations, and I need to ask a favor, and I can't legally ask you to help us physically, but I can ask for some funds from you to then employ some of the guards from the wagon guards to do a sweep of the town. Because legally you're not allowed to operate in the town of what we need you to do in this case.
Legally, who's gonna find out?
From the town?
Me, I'm the law, remember. There's a charter.
Well,
Can't you-
but if you need our help, then
What is help that you need us for? Like,
I mean,
what are we
to be
doing? That's so
fair,
illegal.
I'll come a bit more clean. We arrested one person in conjunction with, or two actually, in conjunction with what was going on under the town, and we've discovered that there are bodies that indicate that there's been murders that have happened. The two people we've arrested, we don't believe were directly responsible for those murders, but we're going to do a mass arrest, a mass roundup of those who we do believe. But as I said, you're not supposed to be acting in town. That was the whole agreement with having you here, that you can be based here. You can operate in anywhere outside of town, but inside of town, we have myself, the constable, and my men have jurisdiction, but we can't ask you to deal with that. But outside of town, that your adventurers, your mercenaries, no problem. Inside, we have to deal with ourselves. There is possibly also going to be, how can I put this? We're going to have to probably have a proper council after this, and maybe a mayor or something, because this is actually far-reaching, and quite a few of the notables in town are who we're going to be rounding up. Prominent business owners and the like.
this goes much deeper than we thought. A lot deeper than we thought.
You said you just needed funds from us?
If you have some funds, what I would like to do is, we have a lot of caravan guards that come through. They are absolutely not going to be linked to any of the people that we're going to be rounding up, because they're just coming through. What we have been doing, or what we're going to do, is essentially hold them in town, or hold their caravans in town for a few days, so we can get enough guards, and then employ the guards to do the roundup for us, because they're doing nothing but waiting for their caravans to move.
A
That
die for
always
me because
throws
these
me off
bards
so
just can't
badly.
inspire themselves.
And die because bards can't inspire themselves to Meg. Thank you,
Aw.
Porphy and Genesis. Thank you so much for the donation. I'll have to go to the other screen to get that sorted. That's a D4, because we haven't got any dice, and we need to get that. Actually, no, that screen's really, really bad because we haven't set up. But thank you so much. Thank you so much for the donation. Meg will have a D4.
Hee.
And let's go back to our normal.
Nice.
Thank you.
Our new overlays are coming soon. I've seen a late draft. Hopefully next couple of weeks. The artist is having issues with Photoshop, which kind of makes it hard to do art. Makes it
A lot of
really
problems,
hard.
honestly, with art programs.
Now, see, your problem was using anything done by Adobe.
Yeah. I use Adobe. I don't have issues.
Ow.
I'm not skilled though. But yeah, so he says that the plan is that we're going to try to waylay some of the caravans to accumulate enough guards to arrest some of the prominent citizens of the town. I'm not going to say who. I'd rather not. It's at the moment it's myself and my men are the only people that know about this.
Well, how much do you need for us to help you?
Well, first of all, can I roll an insight check on this guy?
Yep, you can roll an insight check on this guy.
Because
You know,
just because you know,
it's weird that
I don't know who to
sort around
trust anymore.
you made.
Where is it?
Can't you just change it?
I didn't hear most of that because there was
15.
15 insight check. He seems genuinely troubled by the fact that he has to do this and the fact that there's other people, like well-known people in the town, business owners, etc., like foundation, not foundation people you could say, but like essentially elders of the town that he's going to have to round up and arrest.
People have probably been there for a while then, yeah.
Yeah, established families, their matriarchs and patriarchs, etc. And he seems quite troubled at that. You also, with the 15, know that there's something worse that he hasn't gotten to yet.
I feel like you're not telling us everything.
So, the other news is a caravan owner came through and reported a massacre on the road or off the road to the south.
Who?
We've sent men to look into it, and they've sent they're essentially men in caravans or wagons to look into it and to retrieve the bodies.
You know who was? Do you know who was attacked?
We do. We don't know who is responsible.
I think we can probably surmise who was responsible, but who was it? But if we know who's attacked, that is.
And he looks around the bar and says the bar's going to be empty for a while. Kalesa went to the south, took most of the servants, most of the staff here to head to Waterdeep. The campsite was found on the side of the road, not too far off the road, but not on the road. Looks like they were camping for the night. Everyone seems to have been poisoned, except for Kalesa. She seemed to have taken a worse fate. And from he's standing behind the bar, he pulls something from underneath his jacket and puts a bag on the bar, a bag which he gave to Kalesa. This wasn't a robbery. They were killed. She was tortured.
Kip walks outside, just silently. And a moment passes, and you just hear this animalistic scream of rage, fury, and frustration that just pierces through the silence. And then the silence continues, and he doesn't come back in.
Yep.
Oh.
So,
Caleb's body still around?
Sorry?
Is Kales's body still around?
That's why we've sent the wagons to bring the to bring them back to town for a proper burial and a proper investigation. We're going to deal with this internally because Kalesa was much loved, and I think the poisoning may be linked to those that came after you with poison as well.
We'll pay for everything. We'll pay for Kales's burial. We'll pay for the thing. How much do you need?
That Kalesa, she'll be buried. Like we've got Kalesa, we've got her. All the staff still had family in town for the most part. That's all. That's okay. But yeah, we're going to look into this, and the current priests at the temple are going to help us with the investigation. But it seems that the two are linked of when you were attacked. That it's going to be the same.
Give me a moment. And so it's gonna head upstairs, grab the trunk of money that we have up there, and bring it down. It's a bit heavy. And as soon as I get down, I'm gonna pop it on the top of the bar, open it up, take as much as you need.
For burials, as I said, everything's carried, but I am asking for maybe 100 gold to help try to round up these individuals in town. I don't think the two are linked for that. I think these are going to be two separate cases. But I think the poisoning of Kalesa is going to be the same person, or if it's not the same person, but somehow linked to the person that tried to attack you by poison. From the reports it looks to be the same type. The same wounds around the lips, same discoloration. But whoever did this was quite vicious. Yes.
Just out of game, does Meg know anything about if the people he used to work with, if they used poison very much?
Well, poison and water. Poison goes into water. Yeah.
Okay.
So it wasn't. It was. You've heard that some of them favoured it.
Yeah.
So certainly for discreetness or for large groups. If you would get to a large group, you would kill everyone at once without even getting into an issue or getting into a fight.
Okay.
And you know that they've had very strong poisons.
Karsh, you didn't have to kill Kalesa! Just take as much gold as you need. It's not a big deal.
He says, "I'll tell my men and I'll start getting things organised. But thank you. Maybe the next time you come back to town, we'll have a very different town. Don't expect to have the same vendors, though. I can't say who.
Do you know if we have any leads to who maybe attacked their camp? Any leads of who maybe poisoned them? Anything?
All I've been told is all I've been told is the look of the individuals, the look of the bodies. They've been there for a couple of days. Some discoloration marks. I've spoken to the clergy, and I've been told that it seems probably to be the same poison. That the the cellarer attacked you with, and that Kalesa, or at least the person under the description of Kalesa, was singled out and seemed to have been bound and possibly tortured. So my men are headed south towards that. They're taking wagons and they're going to bring everyone back for proper burial and proper investigation. We don't know how many. We don't know if anyone got away, if anyone was spared. We're going to have to do an investigation here to see who actually left. So maybe some people got away. Who knows?
This is the worst time for Gadon to leave. We really need somebody who can speak with the dead. Ugh.
Mava, Meg, can I? Oh, Constable, is that all you needed to tell us?
Yes. I'm sorry to come bearing such bad news so early in the morning.
It's not your fault.
It's fine. We're getting used to bad news.
Not
If
the bad news lately, it seems.
If it's all right with you, we would need a moment
He leaves,
to plan. Yeah.
but he's leaving with a bottle.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna let him take it.
Yeah.
Mava, Meg, if you don't mind, I'm going to be right back. I gotta go check on Kip. I guess we're the default leaders now.
The adults.
You guys can.
We'll be good. You're fine. Trust me.
Okay. All right. I'll be right back. And I'm gonna go look after where Kip went. Kind of try to find him.
See him just kind of on his knees in a patch of grass, just kind of head down, shaking a little bit, not moving.
So I was gonna approach slowly and just sort of put a hand on his shoulder. I've been down to do it a little bit because he's already small, so.
Everyone I end up caring about. I can't save anyone. I'm just a... I wanted
It's okay.
I sent her away to keep her safe.
Just gonna hug him from behind.
Is this all I'm good for? Maybe they were right.
It's not your fault.
Maybe they were right. I shouldn't. What good is love if it just makes you hurt?
It's okay. Yep. You didn't. It wasn't your fault. Okay? It's okay. I'm just gonna hold on to him.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I'm sorry I couldn't protect Robold. I'm sorry I couldn't protect. Oh. And he just kind of starts weeping and sobbing and doesn't say much afterwards.
No, listen. I knew Kadan was upset for a while and I didn't do a lot to prevent him from leaving. That's on me. Robold, that's not on you. That's on all of us. But you protected us. You protected us yesterday. And Kayla, that wasn't your fault either. It's just the bad people that were around.
You know, I think I'm so fucking smart, and I just keep leading us into worse and worse situations, digging us deeper and deeper into this pit. I think I'm so clever. I end up getting everyone hurt. I'm nothing. I'm a stupid little rat monster, worthless piece of shit.
You know, a friend of mine once said that us monsters have to stick together.
What kind of a fucking idiot would say something like that?
Oh, I know. He's around here somewhere. Yep. I'm scared, and I don't want to die, and we've lost a lot of people, but I don't want to lose you two, okay? I know.
I can't. I'm not going to make any more promises because I can't know that I'll be able to keep them anymore. I promised myself that I would. I promised myself that I'd convince an elf to love me, and she died. I promised myself that I would be a mighty. I would, I promised myself so much, and I just end up breaking every single promise I make to myself. What's the point anymore?
Yep. I will trade you a secret for a promise. Promise me you won't go anywhere, and I'll tell you a secret.
Oh, I'm not going anywhere. I'll kill as many of those bastards as it takes if it's the last thing I do. If it's my last stain that I leave on the earth, it will be of their blood. And maybe the gods will be gracious enough to let mine mix in with it.
I'm not gonna let you. My name isn't my name isn't so, and you know that. I've made it obvious.
Yeah, it was kind of obvious.
My name's Arona. It's Arona Fairwind. And Kadan left without knowing that. Robold is gone without knowing that. Theravane left. Ward left. I don't know who I am. I don't want you leaving without knowing who I am.
Well, now I know. Now I know.
We should go check on the baby.
What?
The babies. They've most likely burned down the tavern by now.
Oh, you mean Meg? Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. You want me to still call you So, right?
Totally not
Arona's
listening
fine.
in at all. Totally.
Arona.
I just imagine Megan
How do you...
maybe at the door like, what's going on?
Alright, come on.
Are you sure? Are you sure you're alright with everyone else knowing? Are you sure?
I mean, what's the point of having friends if I'm gonna keep lying to them?
The name that So gave Meg. I've got it written down.
It's a real name. He gave Kip a real name.
I thought so when you said it, and you said you didn't say So, you said Arona, and I was like, I bet that's her real name. I bet it.
Arona Fairwind.
And that's 43 episodes and finally using the real name. Does that mean I have to change the overlays now?
I mean,
We can always change it for the next overlay set that comes through.
we can roll with So.
Oh, roll with So, yeah.
You've been rolling with So for 43 episodes.
I know.
I can't make my joke anymore.
I'm so happy to see you. Yeah. And as I said, Meg and Kip are totally not listening at the door. No.
I picture for the first little bit, they're kind of just like sitting there awkwardly.
They're just sitting there. Maybe stares at her drink a little, like pours it out. Goes, nope, I don't need that. And it's just like, you want to go listen in? We should maybe just see what's going on. I don't really want them to be out there alone and not know that everything's okay.
I don't know if that's a good idea. I could prepare some tea or something.
But that's boring, right? Maeve gets up and is like gonna grabs Meg's hand and be like, let's go. I want to go listen. It's my only time to actually listen and make sure everything's okay. Just kind of hears like some bits of it and is like, okay.
And
Oh no, I think they're coming back in. Run. Act like you were doing something.
Casual.
Act casual.
Meg grabs the cup and starts heading behind the bar.
For serving or for cleaning?
For cleaning, but you probably can't see Meg standing behind the bar.
Yeah.
Maybe it just sits there and just admiring, the furniture around the room. Not doing anything.
The massive empty tap room of the tavern.
Yep.
I'm
admiring it all.
Yeah.
Look, there's my corner that I stayed in for a week.
As I walk in, I don't particularly think I want to stay here anymore. I don't feel right staying here anymore.
I don't want to leave it empty.
I might go to the.
I'm just gonna.
I might go to the place across the road. I don't know. It just feels unjust for me to use this place after.
Didn't do anything. And she's gonna just stay patting his back and looking at the other. Okay, so we have no leads, no thing to do, and pretty much are waiting to be attacked. So, how's everyone doing? Anyone else got plans? I know the morale isn't great right now, but let's you know what? I'll be right back. And you guys can discuss a plan because I'm no good at plans. I'm not crazy so anymore now, am I? Just wait there. I'll be right back. And
I'm not gonna
leave. Head to the bakery.
You tell them in your own time.
I'm heading to the bakery to get cheesy buns.
Oh my god. You'll look at Kip and be like, very tense situation right now, obviously. But with all the downs, lots of downs right now, I think it's just time to just take action. I want to go find out who did this, and I want to stop them.
Well, isn't that what we're waiting for this? Isn't that what we've just given money for? They're going to come back with the bodies.
That's for something else entirely, apparently. They're going to do a separate search for this, but I want to do our own investigation. I'm not going to sit around waiting for somebody to try and kill all of us. And damn it to me, I'd rather kill them myself.
Oh, no. That entire... I am gonna kill every last one of them. They've taken so much. I've had enough. But I don't know if I can be trusted to be in charge anymore. I keep making stupid decisions and getting us all into danger.
Isn't that what we do, though? We're adventurers. Danger comes with the job. And I'm not gonna blame you for any decisions. You guys took a job with me to go fight the fire cult. And we've been doing that for weeks now almost. It's not your fault that I came in and told you, let's go fight some guys who might be easy to fight, and then all this happened. It's all of our fault, honestly, at this point, so that we keep making the decision anyway. But
Once, shame on me. Twice, shame on me.
what? Shame on me once, shame on me twice. Oh god, now it's shame on all of us. But I get it. It's hard to keep going. It's a lot of losing people constantly, and it's going to be very difficult from here. But I'm not going to stop, and I'm not about to leave. I want these assholes to all die, personally. I'd rather kill them. And probably with a lot of pain involved.
Nah. Oh, they'll have plenty of pain enough wherever they're going.
And Kip, it's not your fault. Don't blame yourself. You had good intentions of what you wanted, and you didn't know. None of us knew. And we're going to make them pay.
Ava. Whatever fate the gods design, it doesn't care. It couldn't care less about good intentions.
That's true. But I don't really care for gods. I never have. Nature's always been the thing with my life, and nature decrees payback. Mother Nature is quite a bitch.
I like that.
I assume that so just goes to the bakery without a hitch.
Yeah. Go to the
But
bakery
she
without a
gets
hitch.
poisoned on the way as well.
Go to the bakery without a hitch. You know that's the lady that's there. Treats you like a daughter anyway. Very motherly. And essentially sends you off with bucket loads or a basket load
sad
of sweets.
If that lady ends up being one of the people, I would be so sad.
So, like her way there, she's just smiling and waving to all the townsfolk like she usually does. She gets into the bakery. She looks a little tired, and the baker, being like a mother figure, definitely notices, and without a word, so just gives her a very much needed hug and just lets a little bit of it out before getting her sweets and cheesy buns and happy face again as she walks out.
Yeah, she actually sends you away with a basket of sweets.
Right, I'm gonna come back in. Yeah, with the
Meanwhile-
basket in one hand.
Meanwhile, underneath
Sorry.
the bar,
You can probably see like Meg like reaching up on his tippy toes to like put things away and trying really hard to clean.
climbing up the back of the shelves to put the bottles because they were top shelves.
Yeah.
Bottles.
So it's gonna just burst in. I've got good food.
Meg does find, because of the size, that there is a longsword and a crossbow underneath the bar.
Kayla was a badass.
It's always good to have protection.
Makes sense.
They look
Meg
like they've been
probably
there
wouldn't-
for a long time, though.
Meg probably wouldn't find it strange.
No, actually, probably not. No.
There's probably weapons hidden all over the place there.
Yeah. I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Meg is like the perfect height, so like every table looks under and there's just a weapon ready. It's like, oh, look it, there's another weapon. And another one.
Yep.
Yeah.
So bursts in.
So meanwhile, there's that crystal is still pulsing of light.
I think everyone's grief
Yeah.
to like. So just gonna burst in. I got some treats.
Oh dear.
Oh no.
Oh.
Peach is gone again.
And it's frozen.
There we go.
There we go.
Alright, I'm just gonna burst in with, I got good treats, and I'm just gonna set them down on the table, on the bar, actually. Come on, Megs, working.
Meg climbs down.
Then has to probably climb back up to get there. Yep.
Just gonna help him up on a stool.
Well, sweets. Okay. That's
And cheese. Somewhere. She really packed it.
Didn't even charge.
Meg's just looking at the basket.
Go on, Meg, get one.
And he reaches in and gets a cheesy bun.
Very cute about him.
goes just like, am I allowed to have this? Yes. Being a monster.
So, I don't think the air cult is. Nobles like to poison each other, but I don't think they're the culprit. Fire, their tactics seem to be head on. I don't know what the Earth people are doing. They're pretty much doing their own thing, and we
Could have
haven't
been-
really made enemies of the water people.
It could. Well, we did fight them trying
Is
to
there-
escape the air temple.
Is there
That was
anyone in
just a-
particular?
Tiny
That-
skirmish.
You said you attacked this Feathergale Spire too, right? Maybe them?
We've pissed off a lot of people. It's hard to narrow it down.
You know, I've never really been a people person, and I don't know many people, so I really don't know who you could have pissed off. Most people don't like me though from the beginning anyway, so I don't
I
really
know
know.
my redecorations definitely pissed off some people at the barge right in. Meg, what do you think?
What do I think?
Yeah. You're in this group too. You get an opinion.
Well, I do know that some people that deal with poisons, but I don't know exactly if they might have done it.
Ew.
I forgot the name of the
Cool, right?
water cult.
Yeah,
There's a specific name.
Now I've got to look at it as well. I'm trying to think. It's actually on your
Write it
map.
down.
Riverguard Keep.
Back at the Riverguard Keep.
And how they use poison a lot, do they?
Some of them, yes. It's depend.
But this would have to be something of somebody who's targeting you specifically. Who have you made mad that targeted you first? You said you got poisoned before, and this seems like the same poison, so it had to be somebody specifically that your group made mad. They wouldn't just
We
attack
slaughtered-
anyone, right?
They have to know about us. Karan made cards giving them our location. They'd have to.
Who is that again?
Hmm?
Who did you give the cards to?
I know
Everybody.
the Feathergale.
God,
Yeah, pretty much everyone we've come in contact with.
why would you make a card of where you were located?
He was trying to be a good businessman. We didn't know they were bad people at the time. They
You
would
don't
have.
know who anyone is anymore. Well, apart from us, at least.
Are
I
you
wish the Dun
sure?
were here.
One of you may be a doppelganger. My bet's on
Some of
Sai.
us.
I knew it, so That wasn't your real name all along for
Yeah.
a reason. I wish Kadan were here. Maybe we could ask somebody. He could speak with the dead, and we could figure it out.
All
We
right,
have to go off his clues.
we have a lead, and we have somebody who can get us in, and that's the two things we need.
Okay, do we know though? Do we know? Because if we charge into this keep and make another enemy, if we antagonize someone on baseless conjecture, then we're just gonna make another enemy.
Not
And-
to
We've
alarm
already made
anyone.
them our enemy. They saw us kill a whole room of their people.
And Emmy, you could probably even draw a map for them. It's where you used to live.
Yep.
Yeah, again, I know that is one of the places we need to go, but in game,
It's like, do you really want to? As I said, do you want to pick off someone else?
I think we should stay on task, but also remember, guys, that not to get off subject, but looks at the glowing, blinking crystal. Like that thing is still going on. Should we also figure that out while we're waiting for them to return to town?
I mean,
We have a
I
few
don't know
things to
what
do.
we could do other than go to Westbridge.
Did I miss something? What is that?
It's a glowing rock, and it seems to be indicating in the direction of Westbridge. I did a bit of I did a bit of identification on it, and it's connected to another thing like it in the other town, and they can send signals to each other, and that's why this is flashing. So someone in Westbridge is making this thing flash, and I don't know why.
This seems to be more the base station for them.
Should we maybe check in? I mean, how far away is Westbridge from here? Give or take. Because I'm actually from an area that I would have had to pass through Westbridge to get to Red Larch.
A few days travel, I think.
Pretty sure you're still
Day
on
travel?
the same map.
Yeah,
Like you're on the map.
Does it actually tell you how far? I mean, I don't know how.
40 miles.
40 miles away, give or take.
Okay, so about a
So
day travel.
A day's travel.
We can. I think we should investigate the water people. Or I know nobles are known to
To pause the worst moments.
Oh no.
to get more land. So we could check out. Oof. Am I back?
Yeah, you're good.
I know nobles are known to poison each other from time to time, so we can also check out the Feathergale. I mean, they're already our enemy, and I think they know the most about us.
I say we stick with people who know about you. This river, whatever. I don't know. They don't seem like they would know you, and they'd have. It seems like somebody specifically targeting your cell, your group.
Technically, again, we killed a room full of them, and then people saw us entering and exiting that room when they were around this glowy orb thing.
Mm. So
And
Feathergale?
You know what?
even
You know what the
even
real...
they know about
Yeah.
you. Like everybody seems to start knowing about you now. You've been in the area for a while and doing stuff.
Guess who could help us walk on water? Kadan.
You do know I have elements, right?
You can do that as well.
Yeah. It's kind of a simple trick, honestly.
You could found
So
a
I
religion
think
over it.
I think our plan should be head over to Westridge on our way to Sumber Hills.
How do we even know how to get to the... Oh, so Westbridge, right?
Westbridge,
We're
directly
doing that
north.
first? Do we want to do that
We
first?
had to go through Westridge to go through to get to Bellyard, didn't we?
Yes.
You can go directly north to Westbridge. Then you went to Belliard, because you had to investigate where the convoy was coming through previously, where the diplomatic convoy was coming through. because they were supposed to be going to Westbridge, then to Redlark. So Westbridge was the last place you've been. So you've only been there briefly. Like very briefly. You didn't even spend a day there.
We can pass through it again on the way. It's safer than going to the through the hills directly, like we've been doing.
No, that's a death trap.
It would kill two birds with one stone. We need to figure out what's going on in Westbridge anyway, and we need to go and find out somebody we can attack. Somebody who's maybe got information, but we won't really know. I think the Feather Spire seems like the best bet. We don't really know the River Guard very well.
Right.
And I'd rather not piss off another cult in the immediate area that could attack us. Personally. Fire and water, hard to deal with at the same time.
I do want to get out of my marriage.
Your marriage?
It's an old inside joke.
Okay. Well, yeah. I guess Westbridge and then into the Feather Spire.
Meg, I love you, but you're not going to have an opinion on this one because you sent us back to the flame place.
That's fine.
That wasn't your fault. That was totally not your fault. Don't worry about it.
You, but I'm not letting you have an opinion on this one. You can have an opinion on everything else.
Totally
I
ask
don't
for your
think we-
opinion, but no.
Look, if one of you says we're going back to the fire cult, I'll kill you myself right now. I hate all of you. We're not doing that.
Oh, you're gonna hate
Not
this.
strong enough for that.
And it looks like most of these cults aren't even located here as their main base. This is just like a setup, it seems. So
They're
there's more people
the
behind them.
idiotic things. You weren't there, Mava, but they're basically all connected underground. It's so stupid. No one planned around it.
They
Wait,
basically
what?
all just moved into the same big old dwarven temple.
Are these people stupid?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, they've been
No, wait,
outsmarting
why-
us
why
every
am I-
time. So what does that
why
make
am I,
us?
why am I asking this? They're all cults believing in elemental gods. They're idiots. They're trying to destroy the world.
Not a lot of them chose to believe it. Let's make our way to Westbridge. Anyone want more sweets? And I'm gonna take a few and just shove them in my mouth. You can't cry when your mouth is full.
Meg's
Of
gonna
sugar.
take another cheesy bun.
I don't even know if I can digest that stuff.
You'll never know until you try.
More like, just try one. Come on, you could.
You could probably you'd be able to digest it. You just may have a sugar rush or sugar dump later.
Gonna do a hard swallow.
That is
Pull one out and say, it's jelly filled.
Well, I may as well try it. I've never really tried anything from a bakery, so sure.
It's
Yay!
that is
very
so sweet.
rich in sweet and
How-
just
How did you even make something that sweet? That's
about 90% sugar.
It's
Maybe,
good.
next time. Just get me some dried meat.
Well,
Thank you.
it's certainly better than just eating random things you find in the woods. So definitely better. Really, really sweet. I like it.
That is way too sweet. Oh, and I go and I immediately just grab a bottle from the shelf and like start rinsing my mouth.
I was just gonna
Well.
roll. It. She doesn't have pupils, so so you can't see it. But she's gonna roll her eyes.
Doesn't have pupils. That's so disturbing.
Tieflings don't have they don't have eye things.
Yeah, that's why you've
It's
got
just
black eyes.
Hilera.
Yeah.
Yep.
So the plan is
White.
to go north to Westbridge.
Mhm.
Okay. So you pack what you need to. We won't get into details, but you pack what you need to. Takes about a day and a half. You're very cautious and careful where the North Road goes through the Sumber Hills because you're getting a bit cautious in that area. So therefore it takes a little bit longer than it was. The trail is quite well worn. The high road it's a prominent, it's a very major road in the area, like very major road. So there's traffic, and every now and then you'll pass other travellers, usually guarded caravans, etc. They're quite polite, and everything's good. You don't see anything untoward. Nothing happens. As in, we'll just push that across. You arrive. Westbridge itself is a small town. It's about the size of Red Lark, and there's a cavalry, like a town guard, far more prominent than Red Lark, and they're made up of veteran cavalrymen that have retired and just settled in the area. You make your way to the only inn of the town, which is the Harvest Inn, where inside you see a multitude of statues and paintings on the walls, but not at head height, but at about waist height for everybody as you come in.
Oh,
So head height.
I
Yes, for you.
Pretty
wait.
much.
I'm sorry. Out of character, was Restbridge that town with all the old heroes that we visited?
No, that's Belliard.
Okay, I had to double check because it's been a minute and I don't remember anything.
It's been a long time since you've gone to the expanses. Behind the bar is an elderly gentleman that he seems a bit out of proportioned. You can only see like just the top, just like this much of him behind the bar, and he's not extending very much further than the bar itself. And it quickly dawns on you that with the painting so low, with how he's standing, that it's a halfling and he must be standing on a platform behind the bar. And he greets you warmly. Welcome in, new guests. Oh, what can I do for you? Would you like to buy some art? Some sculptures, perhaps? Oh, maybe some drinks, some wine. We have some good wine. How can we deal with you today?
We're here on business.
Business. So it is sculptures. Our word has gotten though. Would you like something more risque? We've got some out the back. Or would you like something that we've got in our showroom here? And when he says showroom, it's a tap room. You're in a bar.
You know what? We would be interested in that so much after we get a little bit of information first.
Information. Well, that can be sold as well. That is always good. And what information are you looking for?
Oh, we were summoned here from the Barge Right In. Not the Barge Right In, I'm so sorry. The Swinging Sword Inn. It's been a while.
The Swinging Sword Inn? I thought that was closed. How can you be summoned?
We're technically the owners.
I
There was a big...
heard that Kaylessa had made a deal and sold it. She sent a message that, yes, new ownership and possibly new renovations coming on, but the new owners hadn't decided on how expansive the new look was going to be. On which design, of course.
100 gold less was going to be. The message thing, yes, we got a summons from that to come to Westbridge. You have one of them in your office, like a stone.
You're the Rusty Daggers. I haven't seen you. Yes. I'm sorry. I should introduce myself. My name is Havilan Dargon. Dardragon. Sorry. Yes. We asked for your call a few days ago. Actually, and he's thinking, Actually, it's been some time. The fire which has been a concern of late, and we've asked for your assistance of late. The locals don't really deal with the supernatural, and it was thought that we should actually ask for your assistance. So yes. The fire witch is what we called you for.
Fire witch?
Yes, a fire witch has returned apparently, taken over one of the Uthgard burial mounds, burnt the area, branding livestock. It's terribly awful. The Nettlebees, they're frightened for their life. At least the younger ones are. The patriarch is still his cantankerous old goat anyway. Still as annoying as always.
So, who is this fire witch?
Well, that's it. That's just it. Who knows? We don't know. This is something that's, well, the matriarch. Sorry, the patriarch says that there's stories of fire witches in the area, but I can't remember stories. I mean, we always thought the boogeyman stories type things. You humans call them boogeymen, and some traditions have different things. Hags in some traditions, but yes, the stories. But we never thought they were real. But apparently this is real, and yes, quite a danger.
That
A lot
was
goes
Mother
up. A lot goes bump in the night.
So, where do you have an exact location?
Well, yes. Well, I can't. It's the Nettleby Ranch. If you follow the trail towards Stonebridge for about 3 or 4 miles, there should be a about 5 or 10 miles actually. There should be a trail leading to the north, quite well worn, and another maybe 5 or 6 miles. Could be further. You'll see it. The Nettlebees over the last few years have certainly expanded, and they're the most successful ranch in the area. Especially for their statue.
For a minute there, I'm gonna.
Pause again. Just the perfect timing.
really is. It's just spectacular.
Sorry, is my
Yeah, you're good.
Back.
I'm just gonna gesture for Kip to give me the map.
Yeah.
Yep. And he can.
You could just circle.
What?
There we go, on your map. Then it'll be
That's Ranch.
It'll be Ranch. And we'll actually go to the other screen and show the map for probably the first time in the session. Which also means changing all the overlay around, because we haven't used it all session.
I mean, I like being Kip the Kobold fighter. You know, it's fine.
There you go.
Definitely
Good.
less motivated nowadays.
I mean, it'll.
It's not very fun in being Kip the Kobold fighter.
Not at the moment, no.
More like Kip the
Probably
Kobold
not.
failure.
Oh my god, it's so sad.
Oh, don't call me that. Well, you know what? Well, it's certainly the good thing to do, so we'll definitely go do it right away.
So he points you out on the map and says, and points you out kind of where the trail to the north will be, and says it's at the base of the Tessarian Hills, and you can't miss the land. He's over the last few years he's bought out the local farms in the area. So if you get into that area, you're on his land. He's been quite successful. Cattle, sheep, grain. It's very successful.
As the conversation's going on, So's very nice and polite smile is just growing to be more and more forced as she's just nodding and
he just
okay, I think we're gonna go take care of that now. Okay, bye-bye.
Okay.
Bye.
We'll see you later. Goodbye.
You don't need to stay. You don't need drinks. Artwork.
We're fine.
Artwork.
We gotta go.
Nope, we're gonna go.
We've got some demonic stuff. And
No,
very
if
rare.
you said no, we mean no.
We'll be back later.
Demonic. Okay, no, we're just going. Oh, how does Kadan do that?
As soon as we get out, Neo's just like,
that reminds me. Meg, I've got something for you. It was left by Kadan. I think you need it more than any of us. I'll hand you the fire resistance.
Thank you.
it's also going to be helpful for fighting a fire witch. Ugh.
Yeah, no, that has me very worried because,
as I said, you're gonna hate this episode.
More fire!
More fire! Guys, I'm gonna be a little honest here. This definitely feels like something we would have done when we first got into Red Larch, and right now I don't find myself really caring, as mean as that is, caring about these smaller things when there's bigger things going on. But Kadan would have done it, and so that means so would we. He would have let us all know it would be the right thing to do and give us a good speech about how good people would do it. So we're gonna do it too because we're good people.
I'm
We're the
interested in this
Silver
fire
Daggers.
witch. Personally, I'm just interested. They call her a fire witch. I wonder what she is. If she's some sort of creature, if she's a mage, if she's just another group of people.
Aren't you a witch?
That's the curious thing for me. Witches, depends on different types of witches of what they do. Mine, let bygones be bygones. Don't get in my way, and I won't get in yours. If you do get in my way, usually it involves a lot of lightning. But no, this is interesting. But then they said it's like a story as well. So, is there a fire witch, or is it just somebody playing tricks on them? It'll be interesting.
I don't like it either way. But there's nothing for it.
Curious thing though that you said, Kip. Ward's mother was a what?
A hag.
Ward's mom lives in the mountains with.
He said that, didn't he? I'm not misremembering that.
You can actually see the mountains from where you are. And
it's the
the
Sword Mountains.
The Sword Mountains. You can actually say Lord's mother lives in the mountains, and you can point to the mountains, the Sword Mountains, from where you are.
Well, that's where I came from as well, and I'd rather stay very well clear of that place.
I came from there as well.
If it is Ward's mom, then we can go see if it is, and pay her back for what she did to Ward.
No, I don't want to go anywhere near that place. I don't want to run into my old Warren again.
Oh, we're not going to the mountains. I'm talking about the ranch with the fire witch.
Oh, the fire witch. Probably something completely different, but you never know. Just the phrase "fire anything" is just kind of a bit of a sore point at the moment, but
honestly,
I don't like it. But I guess we've got no choice.
Yep.
But they brought up witches and hags involved, so that makes me curious.
So we're gonna have our break here with the whole, because that's kind of where we need to end it. I have a break, and we'll continue. So we'll have a break here. We'll be back shortly, and we'll find out what this fire witch is. Maybe do some investigations, meet the ranch owners, and just have a little bit of a, yeah.
I'll just burn the place down myself and become the fire witch.
Well, you did say you could be a witch and you just deal with lightning. Maybe
I'm a mountain witch, guys. But what else am I?
Maybe it's something similar, that instead of lightning, it's fire.
Yeah.
But who knows? Or maybe it could be something like Ward's mother, playing with fire.
Ooh.
Right now.
If you make us fight Ward after everything you just put us through, I swear I'm leaving this campaign.
No. You're way too
Please don't
low,
leave.
way too low level to fight Ward and his mother. Way too low level.
Ward's been beefing up since we've been gone.
Ward was an assassin for his mother.
Oh, we're not going to fight Ward.
That's what he was. He was his mother's enforcer. So when beefed up by a hag, he's a lot stronger than just when he was by himself.
And he knew
Yeah.
that, or was he just blissfully unaware of that?
Most likely unaware.
He didn't really understand society. So he didn't really understand what he was doing. He was raised by someone who was essentially,
Awful.
how can I put it? Groomed him to be what he was.
Yeah.
He was very
And
open about what happened to him.
which was
Everyone
why.
was just
Which is why whenever anyone saw Ward, they just saw that he grew up in torment. You could see it in his eyes. Because he had the haunted background. But anyway, we're going to have a break. We're going to be back soon. I won't put on the Wagon Lonely, the travel music, which we've had for most of the episode in the background, which is that very soft, sad music. We'll have our normal break music. We'll be back soon. Stick around. And of course, thank you for the chat dice. This may not be a lot of dice rolling at the start of the episode, but we may be getting into some soon. Maybe with fire. So we'll be back soon. So stick around. Thank you so much. Bye. Hi, welcome back to the channel. So I've been a little bit of talking, chatting on bits and pieces and eating and bits and all that type of stuff. So we're back. We're in the, we're heading out of Westbridge and heading towards the Nettleby Ranch. And we're having a bit of just a little bit of a small journey. Nothing happens on your journey. The hills are like as you get off the main road, the stone trail, you head north towards the Desarian Hills, and there's large expanses of grasslands, and the grasslands start rolling, and you can see further that there's the hills in the distance, and you start coming across what looks to be pasture land. You can see outbuildings and it looks like crops being grown, and you start coming across, and you can just see from almost as far as you can see a very large, expensive farm. There's just you just start to come across little bits of it, and then you get more and more, and the path that you're taking goes pretty much straight between all these pastures and everything. And you can see what look to be buildings that maybe were once houses on the outskirts, but it seemed to be clearly now abandoned. But now their lands now absorbed into these lands of the Nettleby Ranch. This is far larger than the Dalmar Ranch where you had your last stand against the orcs. This is quite expansive and seems to be quite a successful operation. Just as you're approaching though, can I get a perception check from everybody as you're passing some of the animals and passing some of the fields?
Perception.
Yes, perception.
Oh no,
I'm waiting for
my mind is not in the right place.
Niers though.
Oh, God. There's a button and a piece of grass.
So Meg, you see on one of the cattle, as you're going through, there seems to be a symbol sitting, essentially branded at the back of the cattle, and seems to be recently branded at that. Although from your background, you wouldn't really know if it was recently branded, because you probably have very little to do with cattle in your background. Yeah. Probably not. No. But you see a brand at the back of the cattle, and it looks like a bowl with like a thing coming out of the bowl. And you've seen this recently. You saw the same symbol in the fire cult.
Let me guess.
In the room where you killed the mage, it was on his banners on the walls of that symbol.
Meg's gonna turn to Sir.
Let me guess. It's
Miss Rona.
Yes?
There's a symbol on that cow over there.
A symbol on a count. Well, we call those spots.
No,
No.
it's like a brand.
He's talking about the brand. Look, it's the same symbol as the fucking fire cult.
All right. As soon as So sees it, her smile just. I'm sorry, not so. Arona. That's gonna be weird to get into. She's going to drop her smile and immediately pull out her fancy new dagger, just sort of spin it in her right hand and have it out, just ready. Well, somebody needs to die.
So, it's a fire witch. Fire cult.
Too much of a fucking coincidence.
I said you won't like
I will
this episode.
Carl, why do you hate us?
I will cast
Carter.
Mage Armor.
This is worse than there's certain arcs in TV where you're just like, okay, can we get out of this arc now? And I'm just like, can we get out of the fire arc, please? We keep getting
No, shame on us for the first couple times. This time, shame on you, Karsh. How dare you?
Couple
Every-
four.
fire, we get burnt.
So immediately you cast Mage Armor. Lasts for 8 hours, but it's you want that protection, just in case something happens.
Yeah.
So the Nettleby Ranch sprawls over a series of like a large amount of low rolling hills, and where you can see, as I said, the crops of oats and barley. There's livestock, sheep, ponies, and cattle. It's not all the cattle though that you've seen this on. Now that you're looking actively, it just seems one every now and then seems to have this brand. It doesn't seem to be something that's a new thing, and those that do understand maybe livestock a bit better, or like the draw understanding animals a bit better, that the brand seems to be quite new. As you approach closer, the ranch itself consists of a large 2-story house, several low stalls and granaries of outbuildings around the house, and they're in the area. In the distance further to the north, you can see an unnatural mound of earth that rises over the ranch. So essentially, at the base of the Dassaran Hills, there's a hill with a mound of earth on top of that hill itself, and it just overlooks the surrounding area. And you can see that even from here, that mound is blackened. The top is blackened, and what remnants of trees were on top now reach up into the sky, as if a black hand is reaching for something. And so,
I'm not happy about it.
yep. As you approach the ranch itself proper, you hear sounds of life. You hear sounds of children and people running about, and what probably surprised you is that such an expensive farm, expensive business is not run by humans, but instead run by halflings.
Oh.
So you can see a few halflings working the fields, and others seem to be doing chores around the homestead itself.
We're surrounded by a midget smuggling ring.
Are they smuggling midgets, or are they midgets smuggling humans?
They're midgets smuggling humans and other elves.
I think you'll find you're supposed to say little person.
Dwarf.
They're midget smuggling ring.
Little person.
You're a half person.
Midget.
I'm so awful.
M word is not good.
Mm-hmm. So, as you come to the main homestead itself, a middle-aged halfling woman comes out of the building and says, "We're not having deliveries any today. Can I help you?"
We heard you had a witch problem.
You as you say the witch problem, like you no even need for an insight. There is that fear. Like there's an obvious fear when you mention witch problem. So yes, the fire witch.
Just gonna creep behind So a little.
And she looks over and she can see a young child, maybe of 11, 12, running past, and says, "Let's talk inside." And she asks for a young girl, maybe in her early 20s, to take care of her brother, and let's go inside and we'll talk. So the insides, they're not accustomed to human size people, but Meg, you're totally at home here.
Meg and Kip, it's perfectly.
Meg and Kip, yes.
Why do I feel like this is like Gandalf's situation with the hobbits? He's just like,
Yes. So,
Okay.
so that
Alright.
2-story house could even probably be 3 stories now that you're inside. Everything is very much scaled down. So 6-foot-ish ceilings. So if you're 6 foot,
nice.
you're almost touching the ceiling. Everything is very much scaled down. She asks you to sit, and then sees the size and is like, maybe on the floor, and sit around a table.
Good thing I am very short.
So, yes, we've had in the last few weeks we've had well, I don't know what's happening, but we're very much scared here. We the barrow that it's always been on the property. It's always been on the outskirts of the property, and we don't go near it. And it's just it seems to have someone has moved in, and my husband's father, Wigan, keeps on saying it's a fire witch, but I keep on telling him there's nothing of the sort, and trying to keep on reassuring our children that there's nothing of the sort. But he's an old man set in his ways, and he's very, very. Anyway. A few weeks ago, there was a fire on the mound, and my son went to investigate, and he found this the entrance to the barrow seems to have been sundered, shattered maybe. He could see that there was torchlight inside the barrow mound, but he just ran off scared. He said there was voices, or there was noises coming from him and something inside. And after that, we've had some of our livestock. They seem to have been branded, and I don't know what the brand means, but we're
Nothing
certainly
good, I can assure you.
yes. Well,
Not
Well, there's no need to fear because yeah, so I was going to hesitate for a minute before saying we're an adventuring party and we love to help. And we actually have an idea of who's here, and we know how to take care of them. We know how to dispatch them.
so you know how to get rid of the fire witch?
Definitely.
And as you say that, you can see the young child who was outside looking at the window and trying to see what's going on, and suddenly the female, the young girl, picking up the young child and carrying him away from the out. That's all you can really see. But the child is very much curious of what's going on with these giants in the house.
You could even say we have an expert.
Giants.
Well, you are giants.
How does
Five.
those horns?
Oh yeah.
So is like 5 feet something. If I remember right, she's
Yeah.
not too tall.
Yeah. Kadan was the
5'4"?
tallest at 6.
So
Yeah, she's around like 5 foot something. I did not write down her height, which is right. That's on me. She's around 5 foot something. Her horns, however, are like a feet tall.
Kip is
Not
2'8".
tall, that'd be huge. Like maybe 6 inches.
Yeah. So you have to be careful of the beams, but other than that, you just have to be like, yeah, you'd clip one beam, and then you're careful from that point on.
Mhm.
Oh,
I'm Arona. I'm a part of our group. We're a bit lost of a name right now, but we can definitely take care of this for you.
Well, thank you, Rona. Thank you, everyone. My name is Jane. I was, well, not the matriarch of the group of the homestead, but my husband Bertram, his father Wiggum. He's the patriarch here. He's the owner. But it's our children that run the farm now that the workmen have gone. We have had success over the last few years. We've been doing quite well. As angry and as annoying as Wiggum is, he's being able to buy out our nearest competition, the nearby farms, but we fear that if this keeps up, we're not going to have anything to take to market anymore.
Don't worry. Like I said, we'll take care of this, and your farm will be completely okay.
Well, thank you. I don't know what we can do to help, like for payments. Wiggum has all our. He deals with all the money side of things, but he's probably not someone that you want to speak to. He's.
I don't think that'll be necessary.
She looks at your weapons
Payment's
when
fine.
talking about like not someone you want to speak to. It may end with bloodshed, and he, as much as I don't like him, he is my father-in-law.
Charming.
You get the impression that
Don't
you'll
worry.
probably end up killing him because he's that annoying. That's what she's trying to not say.
Charming
Uh,
fellow, it
I
sounds.
don't think money's going to be an issue.
Well, thank you. It's mainly the safety that I'm worried about. I don't care about the money. I would leave with our children, but it's like this is our home. This is this
livelihood.
Is this is their home. This is their family heritage. If we have to leave, we'd leave. But my husband, he won't do it. He's too much like his father. Far too much like his father. Bertram and Wiggum are just, they're the same, but years apart in age.
Don't worry. We are on the job.
We're seasoned professionals. We've got this, and you guys won't have to leave, and no one is going to get hurt. But I believe if we do have a battle here, I would recommend that everyone take. Do you have a cellar of some sort?
Yes, we've got a cellar. We used to get storms come through here, well, several generations ago, and we've got a cellar to protect from that. Yes.
If you
And
hear
definitely-
a battle, yeah,
It
I'd
shouldn't
run
be.
to it.
We're going to try and keep it away from the buildings.
yes.
As she says that, you hear her, Ignatius, no, don't put that down. Get back here. And you see something go past the window from underneath. As in maybe a stick or something. A broom handle. That's my youngest. Oh. He's he at least he sees giants like you, taller folk, and I think he wants to fight off the giants. So he's had too many tales from his father and from his grandfather.
I don't blame him. Giant folk are very scary people.
Yes, but at least he's not as bad as my other son. He wants to be an adventurer, and he's not in line to inherit the farm. So he's heard all the stories, and I know he's kept it secret, but I know these things. The mother knows. He wants to put himself out there and be an adventurer one day. But if you'd like to look around the ranch or speak to my husband or speak to my eldest son, Watson, he'll be out in the field somewhere.
Was Watson the one who went to explore?
Yes, Watson was the one
Okay.
that discovered the barrow, at least, discovered that it had been opened.
Okay. Then we should probably talk with him and see what he heard. Best to get some insight on what he may have heard or oversaw. Then we can go and check it out.
She says, "Well, you'd most likely find Watson in the cattle fields. He's concerned about the brandings, and he has a soft spot for our animals. He always doesn't like it when we have to sell them at market or slaughter them for a feast. But he's
I
always
can
had a connection.
understand him. My kind of person.
I'm gonna be completely honest.
You're
Out of
falling
character, I don't know I can stick around. I'm
Yep.
I'm falling asleep.
I can see it in your face, yeah.
Absolutely. I can't keep my eyes open at the moment.
No problem.
Uh, so
We
if you do,
can probably end it here.
I'm saying if you want to continue, I'm fine with that. Kip's basically he's just in a bad way, so he's just gonna be quiet anyway. If you do end up fighting, Blade Song, Absorb Elements, Mirror Image,
And you've
Gotcha.
already got shield.
and I've got Shield, yeah. And
Or we can end it here because we did start late, but it's like, I know it's like, yeah. If we start something, we may go a
Yeah,
bit
big-
longer.
Yeah, big fight might be coming around the corner.
So would you like to all finish it here? We'll revisit next week. Might hear from Broadway, see if Broadway comes back. I can probably introduce Broadway into this area as well.
Might be a good idea, I think.
Yeah.
Just so that we also have a chance to give Broadway a chance in, because if we start a fight and then Broadway's not there, she might be just sitting around for an entire session just watching us fight.
Yeah.
we need our barbarian.
Yeah. Also, because I
Well-
don't want us to get in a fight with no front line, really.
Well, that's it. Kip's been the front line.
Yeah, I am the one and only front line, and I can't equip the bloody necklace because apparently I'm not a good person.
No.
You are not a good person, I'm sorry.
None of us are very good people.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
a very-
That's another thing. Kip's trying so hard to be the hero he wants, and then just like, oh, this necklace can only be attuned to by good people. Oh, Oh.
Shit.
oh, oh no, these feelings.
No.
When everything else is already piled on.
I mean, like, for me,
group
it's like, I'm not good,
people.
I'm not evil. I'm just somewhere in the very middle being like, I'm minding my own business.
I
We're
totally
not
didn't. I totally didn't cry
Sorry.
when Kip and Sue were having the conversation.
It was so good.
They're
so many
obviously
feels.
members of the party.
I want to give Kip a hug.
Just be careful, he bites sometimes. I'm
I
kidding.
reach through cyberspace and slap you.
So yeah, I think we'll end here because as there's possibly
Oh
a
god, that
conflict coming.
crying thing.
Oh, cuts out again.
Yeah. There's
Okay,
there's
back.
possibly a conflict coming. I think we'll end it here. I totally understand. You've gone through a huge amount, Sky, this week. You really need to catch up on that sleep, and hopefully feel better and start living in life now your dissertation's finished. She's great.
Yeah, I'll be
It's like-
opening. I'll be opening commissions soon, so that'll be good.
Awesome.
I think it's a
And-
good place to end anyway, because, I mean, we
Are
got
you,
back into it.
are you able to share that news that you, like publicly yet, or?
Oh yeah. I mean, as of I released for their 100th episode, I released a fan little intro theme, like an anime style intro theme for the Unexpectables, which is another D&D campaign, which actually runs the same time as this one, so it's not really too great to be promoting. But yeah, no. Apparently, they Takahata 101 reached out to me, and the theme's now official.
So, and that happened
Hey.
Nice.
during the show.
Yeah, literally during the show. I was like, I was like, listening, and I got a message from, oh my god, he wants to be my friend on Discord. Oh my god, he wants to use the official theme.
Yeah.
Nice.
That was cool.
So that's actually huge. That's massively awesome. And so yeah, Sky Blue Shinx, would you like to do your outro? And
Hey, I'm Sky Blue Shinx. I play Kip the Kobold Failure, and
No.
and yeah, check me out on Twitter at Sky Blue Shinx, SoundCloud /Sky Blue Shinx. We've got some new music out, which I'm really, really proud of. A new track, which was part of my dissertation, and also this Unexpectables track, which I'm also very proud of. And new music coming soon. I'll be opening commissions soon. Now that university's finally fucking over, I can start kicking music into overdrive. So I'm really looking forward to it. I'm going to be starting streaming soon as well. I'm going to be doing a bit of composing streams, maybe some games. We'll see how it goes.
Awesome.
Now that is calling my name.
Yeah. Go. Well, can you wait a little bit so we can do everyone's outros?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So, Emmy, would you like to do your intro, outro, and your promotional thing as well? Because
Yes. Hi, I'm Emmy. You can find me over on Gathering of Nerds. It's been so much fun. I play Meg, the goblin and goblin bard, and it's been fun. But I do have an announcement. Myself and Jess, and she's also in Gathering of Nerds. We're going to be doing Shave for a Cure in 2 months, which basically we're raising money for the Leukemia Foundation, and we're going to shave all of our hair off. So I'm going to be going bald. I can send a link in chat to our fundraising page. Basically, what we're going to do is we're going to do a 12-hour live stream, and we've got like all these different goals and stuff. And if we raise that amount of money, we're going to do it. So it's all listed on the fundraising page, and I will link that in chat.
or you could probably also find it at Twitch TV/Gathering of Nerds.
Yes, that's where we will be doing the stream. But that is the link to
the fundraising stuff.
The fundraising page. Yes.
Yep. Awesome.
Even if it's just like, if you can, like, we don't expect anything. We've already raised enough that my friend Jess, she's going to be getting a face full of whipped cream. It'll be fun. So like, just even if it's just like $1 or something like that, it's appreciated so much.
And it goes to a good cause, so that's
yeah, it's all going to the Leukemia Foundation, and they do research into
cancer research.
Into cancer research.
Near.
Oh yeah, I'm just like over here reading Gathering of Nerds little thing. I'm probably gonna donate because I also kind of want to watch Emmy play a horror game. So hey. Hey everyone, I'm Near. I play our half-elf druid / witch. Thank you for coming out. This was a lot of feels and us getting back into things, so thank you for being patient if this episode's a little up and down of us just like getting back into playing our characters, because it's been a while.
A month.
It's been a while.
It's been a bit of a hot minute since we played.
Been a while.
Yeah, so thank you for coming out. I will be back next week as well for Children of the Marsh. I had a very bad migraine yesterday, so I wasn't there for that if you were there. But yeah, thank you for coming out. I hope everyone had fun. And Peach, I guess she could go do the next one.
Hi, I'm Peach. I play Arona, the Tiefling Rogue, which is a lot less rhythmic than saying so, the Tiefling Rogue. I gotta say, I'm disappointed that I lost rhythm. And I do commissions, and I think I'm putting commissions off for a week for a little bit, just to get some things organized and to finish up what I'm working on right now. So currently commissions are closed. But if you do want commissions later on, you can find me at Frogget.
There's Frogget Chair on Twitter.
Frogget
Chair.
There we go.
Sorry, you can find me. Just basically, if you type any amalgamation of frog chair, you'll find me on anything. Yeah, but I have Instagram and slight variations. All good. And we're just trying to get some sleep.
Whoa. Hold on. Wait.
Wait,
Hmm?
how about I do this with the audio on? Hi, my name is Karsh Goblin. Thank you for. Yeah, I know I did that, didn't I? Because I had a vacuum behind me. So yeah. So yeah. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for watching. This is the Rusty Daggers. We'll be back again next week with our 3 shows. It's great to be back. Don't forget September tier 1 subs are half price. Doesn't mean we get half the money. It means we get our normal. The channel gets our normal stuff. We've got a partner link in for Humble Bumbles. There's a new one out today, which is not D&D, but castles and crusaders and things like that. So check that out. We've also got links in our Discord about that as well. And thank you, Sky Evolutions, for a subscription. Thank you.
So welcome.
And now he's asleep.
I know you can't on Twitch. You get banned.
You can't sleep on Twitch? Oh, what a shame.
No.
I thought like doing the sleeping stream would be the awesome one. Damn.
No, because someone did that, and then that's why they had to put a stop to it, because people just stream to death and just fall asleep. They're so exhausted, so they made it. If you fall asleep, that's a bannable offense.
Wow. Oh my god.
Stop people streaming like for 24 hours and ridiculous amounts.
Yeah, well, I've seen the charity 24 hours and whatnot. So yeah, that's there was something else. Yeah, we're back next week. It's really amazing to be back, and I'm sure there's something I'm forgetting. Oh yeah, goblincave.tv is our new website where you can catch us live, and our merch store is also up live on there as well. Go check it out. We're not making a profit on our merch. We're selling it at cost to try to get it out there and get these designs out there because the artists are amazing. Of which, Peach, yes, you're one of those. So yeah, we'll raid someone after this. We'll find that. We will run our credits so Sky can sleep, and we can turn off the cameras. So thank you, everybody. We'll do a raid after this. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Trochę